What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV back here for another Tottenham update for you guys today. And pre-season has officially kicked off today as some of the non-international Spurs players arrived back to Hotspur Way, including the likes of Ryan Sessegnon, Fraser Forster, Brian Hill, Alfie Whiteman, Tanguy Ndombele, Rodrigo Bentancur, Sergio Reguilon, Pedro Porro back in the house, Japhet Tanganga, Hugo Lloris, Jed Spence, Emerson Royale, and Yves Bissouma all made their way back to Hotspur Way today. It did make me laugh the way that Tanguy Ndombele kind of arrived back, because there was a video on the Spurs social media and he just kind of blimped out the car and limped in. Everyone came back with full smiles and he was just like waltzing along like Tanguy Ndombele always does. And look, there's been rumours either way with Tanguy Ndombele. Some saying he's going to leave or look to leave. Some saying that Ange Postecoglou is going to give him another crack at the whip, which we'll get into in a minute. But look, it is good to see the lads back. The international players will be back in just over a week. But today is the day that Ange Postecoglou and Scott Munn officially start working for Tottenham Hotspur. And look, it's great to see. Ange Postecoglou did an interview today, which really hit me over here, man. I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. He just says the right things, knows how to say it, and I can't wait to really get fully going with him and start seeing the football that he is going to produce. But look, there's only a couple of stories to talk about today, to be honest, and we'll start off with Harry Winks, as we've been speaking about a number of times over the channel over the past weeks. He has now completed that £10 million move to Leicester City, officially confirmed by Tottenham, officially confirmed by Leicester, and he's been shown holding the Leicester City shirt and all that kind of stuff. But he has put a message to us Spurs fans on social media, and he says that joining my boyhood club at the age of 5, it was always my dream to wear the Spurs shirt just once. 203 appearances, Champions League final, and so many amazing memories later, I can hand on heart say I have achieved the things that 5-year-old me could only have ever dreamt about. Now it is time for the next chapter, and I'm excited for the challenge ahead. I'd like to thank everyone at the club for everything that they've done for me, but most of all, I would like to thank the fans for the love and support over the past 21 years. And look, it's great to hear those words from Skipp, Harry Winks, to be honest. Look, I think that everyone know he had to leave this football club. Things were just going from bad to worse from him. He was becoming a bit of a laughing stock within the fan base. But I think when you look back at his Spurs career, the way he broke into the team, Tottenham boy through and through, as he said, since he was 5 years old, he joined the club. So I just want to wish him the best for the future, really. And he's a Tottenham boy. I'm sure next season when we play it, I think they'll come back to the Premier League. And if they do come back to the Premier League, I hope he gets a really good reception when he comes back. Because like I keep saying, he's a Tottenham boy through and through. He just wasn't good enough, to be honest. I think injuries held him back. And after those injuries, he just couldn't find that form. And ultimately, in that stage of his career, just wasn't good enough to really progress at Tottenham. But before that injury, it looked like we had a proper player there with Harry Winks. So it's a shame the way things happened. But I do wish him the best. And hopefully he can make a name for himself in the game now with Leicester City. Moving on, Ollie Skipp. Alex Crook says Ollie Skipp will be allowed to leave Tottenham if a suitable offer is made. This is an interesting one, because when you've heard like the likes of Antonio Conte, Jose Mourinho, managers like that really sing from his hymn sheet and say, he can be a future Tottenham captain, and he's got so much quality. And another one that has come through the ranks at Tottenham, another one that is completely Tottenham through and through. I would like to see him, I would really like to see him succeed at Tottenham. But I think with the kind of caliber and the kind of midfield options we have at the moment, we would like to Bentancur, Bissouma, Pape Matar, who I think is miles ahead of him. I think these kind of players, even Højbjerg, who we might be looking to move on this summer, and I think that they're just much better quality than him. And I don't know, but I think Ollie Skipp, if we do get an offer for like 20, 30 million, I think it might be right to move him on, to be honest. I think that he's a good player, but is he really got the technical ability to fit into Ange Postecoglou's system? It remains to be seen. Would I like to see him given another go this season under Ange to see if he can do it? Yeah, I'd be completely open to that if that's what Ange wants to do. But if Ange does want to move him on, I can completely see why, to be honest. And look, he is still young and he does have time on his side. So maybe another loan spell this year might be the best course of action. But I can see the arguments all three ways: sell, loan, or keep him. So whatever the management want to do, I'll be completely okay with that one. But I do kind of sway more to letting him go on loan for a season, get consistent minutes in the Premier League, and come back and see what he can do. But we'll see. We'll have to see what happens with that one. And last but not least, let's talk about Tanguy and Ndombele now, because there are reports in Spain talking about Ndombele, and they say that Tottenham midfielder Ndombele is generating quite a bit of interest in Spain, with several La Liga sides alleged to have reached out to the midfielder's agent, reaching a potential summer move. The publication reveals that Sevilla are keen in adding reinforcements in the middle of the park and have identified that the Tottenham star as an interesting option. It is alleged that the club's sporting director, Victor Orta, has already spoken to the 26-year-old representatives regarding a summer move to the Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan Stadium, and the reports explain that Sevilla would only be able to sign Ndombele on loan and would require Tottenham to cover part of the midfielder's salary. Real Betis and Atletico Madrid have also said to have held talks with the players' camp. Well, this is this story coming up once again. Tanguy Ndombele, is he going to go? Is he going to stay? The Athletic were reporting not long ago that Ange Postecoglou is going to give him another chance at Spurs. And if that's what Ange wants to do, I'll back it. But my personal opinion is just get this guy out by any means necessary, to be honest. And if Sevilla want to take him on loan, let him go on loan. Let him go on loan for another season, and then he'd come back. Less time in his contract. Maybe we can sell him the summer after. But ideally, I'd just like to get him off the books, sell him completely. But when you've got the likes of Ndombele on the wages that we gave him, close to 200k a week, who in their right mind is actually going to sign him? Who in their right minds is going to part with money and give him the same wages that he's on? If we're going to sell him to anyone, that we're going to have to pay part of his wages in a loan. We're going to have to pay part of his wages in a sale. So obviously a sale would be the most preferable. But I just can't see anyone parting with money with what he's been through for the past, since he's joined Tottenham. He just hasn't impressed anyone. I mean, that was that period under Jose Mourinho where he was impressing. But apart from that, I mean, he's flattered to deceive. He was in Napoli last season in a title-winning season, only managed to get 20, 30 minute spells at a time. He did impress in a few games here and there. I remember that game against Liverpool where I think he was culpable for a goal, but he did show some nice skills, which we know he's so capable of. The guy, it's so frustrating with him because technical ability, he is I don't know if there's anyone with better technical ability than him. Or he's definitely in the top percentile of technical ability in the Premier League, even in Europe. But you have to marry that with mentality. You have to marry that with application on the pitch and off the ball and work rate. And he just doesn't do that. He just doesn't have the fundamentals, in my opinion, to work as a player in the Premier League and as a central midfielder. I just can't see it. If Ange thinks he can grab something out of him and change something in his head to make him kind of realize the potential that he has, because he does have bundles of potential, then look, I'll back it, but I just can't see it working. I feel like Ange will give him the chance. He'll throw it back in our faces after a couple of months, and then we'll look to sell him in January and offload him or on a loan in January again. So that's my feelings on Tanguy Ndombele. Let me know your feelings in the comment section below, because the likes of Sim and other people like that do really want to give him a chance because of that technical ability. But I think it's just a pipe dream trying to get that out of him once again. We've tried so many times, and I get the argument. We haven't had an attacking manager since he's come in. But look, even under attacking manager, if you don't have that mentality, if you don't have that work ethic, if you don't have that work rate, you're not going to make it. And I don't think he has that. I don't think he has the fundamentals. And when you're looking at his time at Lyon, yeah, that's where he impressed and where we signed him. But even then we spoke to a Lyon channel and they said similar things, where he would turn up for the big games and he just didn't have that mentality to produce week in, week out on a consistent basis, even in the French league. And that was before we signed him. And we should have done our due diligence better. And we didn't. So that's the situation on Tanguy Ndombele. That's mostly my personal opinion. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you want to see Ollie Skipp stay at the club? Do you want to see Tanguy Ndombele stay or go? And give us your parting wishes to Harry Winks in the comment section below. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Like, subscribe, and comment. And as always, come on, you Spurs.